It wasn't the result the Ravens wanted, but it was an exciting game nonetheless as the Ravens fall to the Washington Commanders 29-28 in the 24-game preseason win streak. An NFL record is officially over. Welcome into Ravens Rundown. Tyler Jones here with a look back at tonight's game. As you can see, the Ravens offense was pretty dynamic. Josh Johnson got the start. He was 10-12 through the air, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Melvin Gordon led the Ravens in rushing with 8 carries for 34 yards. Charlie Kolar with 2 catches for 61 yards. Meanwhile, Sam Howell in the first-team Commanders offense played most of the first half. He went 19-25 for 188 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chris Rodriguez Jr. had 5 carries for 31 yards, and Jahan Dotson had 5 receptions for 76 yards. If you didn't watch this game, what may be deceiving about that final score and the loss is that the Ravens did not play hardly any of their first-team guys. The Commanders played their pretty much entire first-team offense in that first half, and yet the Ravens still held their own. Even with the loss, the Ravens were, without a doubt, the better team tonight. The injury front, a couple notable injuries for the Ravens at corner, Caillou Kelly and Adarius Washington, as well as running back Keaton Mitchell, all left the game with injuries. We did hear from head coach John Harbaugh in regards to Keaton Mitchell that the injury with him was not so serious, that he should be fine. Still waiting updates on the others. Now the takeaways from tonight's performance. The offense was phenomenal. I loved everything that I saw from this Ravens offense, and doing so without their top 2 quarterbacks. We didn't see Lamar Jackson. We didn't see Tyler Huntley. Instead, it was Josh Johnson, the number 3 quarterback for Baltimore, as well as Anthony Brown. Both guys played fairly well. Johnson was 10-12 through the air, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. And the thing for me was taking 2 steps back, not just about Josh Johnson, but the offense overall. Remember, this is a new scheme that Todd Monken has brought in from the University of Georgia. And what I've seen so far through a couple weeks and throughout training camp, I would trust Todd Monken with my life. This offense is so dynamic in all facets when it comes to the pass game, the run game, the way they spread you out. It was incredible. And to do it against the first-team Commanders defense, I was incredibly impressed with the game plan Todd Monken put together and where this offense was going. The offense was lethal. And I can't wait to see. We saw a little bit of Zay Flowers tonight. But imagine now Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, OBJ, Nelson Aguilar, Mark Andrews. This offense is going to be incredible. This system works. I am so stoked about it. I loved what I saw from the Ravens offense this evening and what's to come with what Todd Monken has put in place. What's your one-word reaction? Is it RIP to the streak? What is it? Give me one word to describe the Ravens' performance tonight. Unfortunate that they lost, but I got to tell you, there's positives to take away from tonight. That's what we're getting to here in just a second. Weigh in the comment section, our pinned comment today. Tell me what your one-word reaction is to the Ravens' loss, and let us know in the comment section below. Number 2 on my takeaways, Charlie Kolar is legit. I've been telling you guys this for over a year now, that Charlie Kolar, who the Ravens drafted out of Iowa State, is something special. He was a 3-time All Big 12 selection out of Iowa State, a Norman, Oklahoma native. And, I mean, I'm telling you, as much as you liked Isaiah Likely last year, I think Charlie Kolar is just as good as Isaiah Likely is. 2 catches, 61 yards. He was wide open through the middle of the field. His route running was spectacular. And you add in Likely, you add in Mark Andrews, I think you're looking at the best tight end room in the National Football League. And Kolar, his playing style, reminds me of Mark Andrews. So watch out. We know that Todd Monken loves to use his tight ends, and I think we're going to see a lot of 12 personnel throughout the season this year. Watch out. It's not just Andrews and Likely. Mark Andrews is going to have a significant impact, or Charlie Kolar, rather, is going to have a significant impact in this Ravens offense. Tonight was a breakthrough performance for Charlie Kolar there. Next up on our takeaways, let's turn our attention to Keaton Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell, the undrafted free agent out of East Carolina, I think he established himself as RB4. I think when you go on down the line, it's J.K. Dobbins, it's Gus Edwards, it's Justice Hill, and then it's Keaton Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell is that guy. And I know he's not the biggest back, but what he was able to show with that breakaway run for 31 yards, the reception as well, he looked mature in the pass blocking schemes, which is something that you typically don't see from a young player as well. I've seen enough for him to anoint him to that spot where the Ravens don't need Melvin Gordon. And Melvin Gordon didn't have a bad night by any means. This is not a knock on Melvin Gordon, but the truth of the matter is this. Melvin Gordon, his speed isn't what it used to be. We know about the fumbling issue. I'd rather take a chance on Keaton Mitchell, not to mention how much cheaper he is, too. I don't want to pay $3 million to Melvin Gordon. I really am excited about Keaton Mitchell and the potential of this guy. He's earned it. He's your RB4. I think he's got to be on this 53-man roster. Weigh in. Tell me what you think. Keaton Mitchell, 53-man roster. What say you? Y for yes, N for no. Weigh in. What do you think in the comment section? Is Keaton Mitchell on it now? Y for yes, N for no. Tell me in the comment section. Folks, we had a historic night on Ravens Rundown. I know the performance didn't quite work out the way we wanted to for Ravens win. But we gained 338 subscribers on the channel. A new record for one single night. You guys delivered. You performed here on the channel. We have a whole new family of members of the Ravens flock that are now subscribed to the channel after our awesome watch party we had. Myself, Trizzy Trace, we had a hell of a time. And if you missed out, don't worry. We're going to be live again coming up later on this weekend for the final preseason game and other games throughout the regular season as well. So if you love your Baltimore Ravens, you got to join us for a watch party. These are guaranteed to be a good time, folks. We had a few drinks on hand. We analyzed the game in real time. And most importantly, we interacted with you, the Ravens flock. You guys delivered. You delivered a hell of a performance. We enjoyed it. Trizzy and I think I can comfortably say for both of us that we had just as much fun doing the show as probably you guys had watching the show. And we're going to do it again. So go ahead and subscribe now as we reach 10.5 thousand subscribers. Now we're going for 11,000 subscribers. Let's do it. I believe in you. Let's make it happen. Subscribe now for free for more Ravens coverage here on Ravens Rundown. Next on the list, the Zay Flowers hype is real. And it's been off the chain, as the kids say, over the last several weeks. Getting the nickname joystick. Dead's been saying he can be the greatest, that he is the greatest wide receiver in this franchise's history, and he didn't disappoint. I mean, Zay Flowers was incredible. He was on the field that first possession, 2 catches, 37 yards, a touchdown. Nobody could cover him. He was making moves. He was one direction, then another. I mean, he was just all over the place. Zay Flowers got me so excited just to see what he's able to do. And against the first-team Commanders defense. And he had, Josh Johnson throwing him the football. I am all in on Zay Flowers. I've been all in on him since the beginning, but I'm especially all in now. And I think he can lead the Ravens in receiving this year. I think he is that capable and that good. Lamar Jackson, he better be happy to have Zay Flowers there because tonight was just something special from Zay Flowers. I get excited just still talking about what Zay Flowers did tonight. The hype is real. He lived up to it. Finally, on our takeaways from this evening, Tay Hayes came to life. Just a couple days ago, Tay Hayes was a free agent that was available courtesy of the USFL, okay? And now, Tay Hayes taking advantage of opportunity. That's all you can ask for sometimes. With the Ravens down 6+ corners at this point, Tay Hayes got his chance, and he took advantage of it. 4 tackles, had an interception, tackle for loss, 1 pass breakup. Tay Hayes answered the call. The Ravens gave up a lot in the passing game this evening. But Tay Hayes held his own. I was very impressed with Tay Hayes. He came alive. He had a nice showing. I'm excited to see what he can bring to the table. Maybe, just maybe, he might end up making this 53-man roster. Who would have thought? Tay Hayes. Who is your MVP for the Ravens against Washington? A lot of guys to choose from. I'm telling you, it's a loss, but it doesn't even feel like a loss. Give me your MVP. Let us know in the comments section who that MVP was against the Commies. Folks, got to subscribe to the channel. We're talking about your Ravens each and every day. If you had a good time tonight, you ain't seen nothing yet. Stay with us all week long. We got you covered with the latest happenings on your Baltimore Ravens. Have a great night. We'll see you next time right here on Ravens Rundown.